Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of In Jammies with Jim. I'm your boy. It's me, T, and I'm here with the host of this show.
I'm Jam,
In today's episode,
baby. It's gonna be a good one. Baby, when I tell you, make sure you prepare yourself. But before we get into it, remember to press that subscribe button so that you'll be notified every time we upload a video. Make sure you press that like button. Make sure you hit that bell.
ding,
And it'll be like, bing, we're here. Then, don't forget to share the love. Share the love. Now, send your comments because we're looking for the comments. We want to reply. We want to chat with you, to talk to you about what we're talking about. And, have a good time. Now, you may be asking, why am I wearing this?
I thought the same thing they're thinking.
Let me tell you something.
What is today's topic about?
Today's topic is war on religion. War on religion. You know what? This is not even safe no more. And it's a shame. So you know what? Everybody go to the psychic. What? You disagree? The psychics are on all morning show TV, so why not go to the psychic? Since apparently this right here, which was supposed to be a safe haven, is now the place where you're being touched, molested, felt up. So,
Castrated. So, with that being said, he said something that, let's go to the psychics. The amazing, not amazing, but the funny part when he said that, I thought about Miss Sylvia Brown, Montel's favorite girl.
wait a minute. But everybody remember Miss Cleo.
Call me now! 1-800 Miss Cleo.
Oh, let's not forget. Was it Dionne Warwick? And the
Dionne Warwick is a singer.
The psychic hotline. Wasn't it Dionne Warwick the psychic hotline? He acts like he don't remember.
I thought Dionne Warwick was the lesbian gold dagger that was related to Whitney Houston.
Well,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be throwing shots like that. I thought it was the woman that was related to Whitney Houston. I'm sorry. Forgive me for my knowledge of people's truth.
listen. Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends was like back out there with Miss Cleo. And then, see, there's the difference between the psychics and the people that talk to the dead people.
Mediums.
Yeah.
That's the lady, the Long Island medium, the Hollywood medium. And I can't remember the other guy, but he's the guy that goes into hotel rooms in Ireland and shout out all Irish last names, trying to get the attention of somebody.
So listen. So if you need a priest, come to Father Tell You the Truth. I'm Father Tell You the Truth.
Father, tell you no lies. Listen, talking about this subject about Father, tell you no lies. The issue that I'm having and concerning the priest or the men of cloth. Let's just say that because psychics are, when we say priest, we usually think of the Catholic Church. Okay? And we tend to forget sometimes there's just a whole bunch of religions out there outside of the Catholic remnant. But psychics, there's one remnant, and it's just sorcery.
Well, yeah, that is true.
So with this, I mean, we have people running from the church or the institution or the place that is supposed to be, as you would say, a safe haven.
Supposed to be.
Where people can come and get relief.
Where
And they're leaving those places.
really drained.
I didn't say released. Oh, I thought you made the face because you thought I said released.
Really
they're coming
drained.
to get released. I mean,
Really
relieved,
drained.
but they're actually leaving more heavier than what they were.
Or coming with it for impartation.
Imparting of body parts that shouldn't be going in certain places. But
Well.
in this case, my issue is more so with the fact that when the church is no longer safe anymore, the church has become an institution of the circus. Because folks are now feeling as if the church is coming. I mean, it's a big business. It's a pimp's institution or pimp and whorehouse. It's becoming a circus. It has many names, and many people have felt like the church is a joke.
Now,
And they're
wait.
running from the church to psychics. And for so long, you'll hear preachers talk about if you want a word, you don't need to run to a psychic, or what they consider to be another term of what some people feel like may be psychics in the church. They call them prophets. You don't need to get a word from them. Just open up your Bible.
Well, listen. Let me tell you something. All over the news, you find the Pope talking about we can't have all this sex abuse going on. We would expect all the sex abuse to be, outside of the church, where the church you can go to get some
Why would you
relief.
expect that?
Well,
The same niggas that come into the church, that leave the streets, come into the church, are doing the same thing. All they do is put a title to it to cover it up.
also you tell me,
Think about the pastors recently, just some weeks or months ago, who's raping their own daughters. You have bishops and pastors here in New York, bishops and pastors molesting children out in North Carolina, South Carolina. The two black pastors in the same week get reported, lose their positions and titles in the church because one was at the school. He's a part of a school, and he's part of the committee of a certain type of organization inside the school, and he was hugged up on a little girl and started touching her private parts. And he's a pastor of an organization of a church. Then the other guy, I can't remember these people's names, but another black guy who considers himself a pastor has a church, and he molested and raped a young girl. So what difference does it make? I mean, what's the difference? You expect it in the world, but the people are coming out of the world, coming to the church, gaining titles and doing the same things they were doing in the world, they're doing in the church.
I thought when you come to church and you take a specific position, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to have a different standard, live by different rules, because you're supposed to be the one that, fall in line.
But it comes from someplace, somewhere, someone. So who you sitting up under? Who taught you?
So you tell me I have to be careful of who trying to pray out my demons because they might be giving me theirs?
They ain't praying them out. They actually tumbling their problems on top of you, or their demons on top of you, thinking it's okay, brother, you're gonna be all right, and you confess it. Let's go back to the R. Kelly situation. But that's another story. We're not even gonna go back that far. People are dealing with they sitting around people don't know people for what they are, who they are. Because in any life, and let's just do it, we ain't got to talk about a title, we ain't got to talk about anything. We can talk about the truth of the matter is, if I want to be a millionaire and I sit around millionaires, then my mentality and everything about me has to change, because that is the environment that I'm in. If I come into an environment and I'm not changing, it's not something wrong with me, it's something wrong with the people that I'm entrusting in helping me change my mentality and my lifestyle.
That's interesting. So, who helps? Now, we said, for example, when we talked about R. Kelly, we said, why didn't the church help him? But who helps those that's in church that deal with these issues? Who are they supposed to go to?
Isn't there an organization, a leadership? It's a protocol. There's rankings. So I'm a pastor. I should have someone over me, and that person has someone over them. And then there's like a whole hoop of an organization that controls the general, overall, I guess, lineage of the institution.
So it's all about power.
Okay.
So basically, the church is no different than any other organization,
No.
any other business.
No.
As long as you bringing in numbers and
money,
you are the fans' favorite, then
the fans' favorite. Do we wonder how Jamal Bryant got the position at New Birth?
Listen, I don't know about that. I wasn't there. I didn't ask, didn't tell. Maybe I should make a phone call.
Hey, I wonder a lot of things. How are people getting positions and ain't got no power? They put you in power.
Listen.
With a lifestyle that doesn't line up with what you preach. I think I'm getting off topic here, because we're going deep into this realm. And this is the reason why people are chasing after psychics, because the word of their leadership isn't valid to them anymore. Because when you inappropriately or you violated them, they can no longer trust your words. because your words did not line up with your actions. So now people are running from the institution of the church, which was supposed to be a safe haven, to these sorcerers who call themselves psychics and trying to give you a word.
But from your dead auntie.
Giving you loving words that your aunt came to them and spoke to them and said they're proud of you and all of these things.
Wait a minute. So,
And now we have all of these, it just kills me how we have the president and all of these people coming together in the one world order soon, and the church being one church, and how now the church, which was supposed to be Christianity at one extension, is now operating like the Catholic institution, and all of these different Orthodox churches are starting to all operate the same. When there's supposed to be a distinctive difference between you and I, and well, us and them, and them and the Muslims and the Muslims and the Israelites. And
you have the witches that are Christian witches now,
that are sitting under the head of your ministry, operating with him, loving on him, seducing him, and moving his wife, who God may have sent, out of the way so that she can have control over the religious organization, so she can be in power and work her magic. Bigs up to Giselle Brady.
Now, because you know her predictions are right. Now, not every witch predictions is correct. There was a few predictions that we saw where one lady told the psychic, this girl you said was missing. Then you said, this girl is dead. This girl is me.
And then her response was, you didn't disappear? And then the lady said, I'm right here. She was like, oh. Then there was another incident.
The one at Denny's.
Yeah, now, the one the lady told. They showed a picture of a 10-year-old boy, and she was like, the spirits.
Wait, she used a pendulum.
That's what it was, a
dangle
pendulum
over the boy
to get the
to see where he was, right?
No, to speak to the spirits, so the spirits can tell her where the young man was. Okay, and then the young man, it was a setup, is sitting right behind her in the Denny's as a grown adult.
But wait. She said he had on a white shirt, and he's dead.
He was in heaven.
He was in heaven, right?
And he's dead.
Yeah. Heaven's next door kitchen called Denny's. So now they take her to the parking lot. It's like, do you remember this young man
that you said is dead and wearing white
shirt? But turn around. He's behind you with a black shirt on.
She's like, oh, that's good. That's good. She couldn't have acknowledged the fact that she was wrong.
So,
and we deal with that in the church. You get people considered to call themselves prophets, and they come into the church and
nice cleanup though.
Say that they hear God, but they probing you for questions. It's like you're in interrogation. I don't get it. Because if God is speaking, God doesn't have to ask a question. God will see and speak. Well, God sees. He will show you and you will speak. That is the difference between being prophetic or being a mouthpiece or hearing God than actually working out of a realm that has nothing to do with God. Because one of the things that I've realized if we get into spirituality or into religion or whatever is that the devil does not know the future. He only can question what is to be next or could be next. So he uses these people to question you, to get answers out of you so that he can then begin to conjure up whatever his attack or assignment is, or to send whatever it is that he does, negative vibes, as the new millennials will say.
Hashtag good vibes, good vibes. Hashtag.
So we're living in this time where people aren't receiving or understanding truth anymore. They're running for the quick fix for the moment. No longer having the patience, because meditation used to be a big key. How many people you know honestly are still meditating? It used to be a big thing where everybody was meditating. Now you don't hear about meditation anymore.
Nope. If you want to cleanse your atmosphere, just get you some sage. power of Christ compel you. Shh. Power of Christ compel you. Psh, psh. All it is nothing but an incense that you get from the the corner vendors. Well, I got some sage in my cabinet, by the way. It's good. I don't know what you can season with sage. What can you make season with sage? Because apparently, I'm not sure if they actually chase spirits away. I don't know. I'm not going to try it and see. Maybe one day I might have me a sage moment, but I don't think it's going to be to sage. What can you do with sage? Hashtag sage.
You were talking to the wrong one. The wrong one, and I will not entertain that comment. I'm not doing that.
Why?
I'm not doing that.
Listen, if I can't go to the priest because he's going to touch my private parts and give me intimacy with Jesus.
Then what? You're going to go down to the witch and she's going to tell you in the back stores of the grocery store. The back stores of the back department of her corner store in the Bronx on 168th.
No, you ain't got to go
and
to the
3rd
Bronx.
Ave.
You ain't got to go to the Bronx. You can go right down here, downtown Brooklyn, go right here on Fulton Street. You can go anywhere. But the funny part, she gonna tell you, or he gonna tell you, what your dead relative said.
Your father.
What a demon said. And then God gonna stop by and tell you to read the scripture.
I am not with him today, Jesus. I'm telling you. Today is the day. I'm not. Okay? Y'all have to understand.
God intervened. He said, read the scripture.
For all of you that are tuning in via YouTube and live and all of those things, and those that are actually listening to this podcast, please forgive him. These are stories. They're like inside jokes, okay? But there's truth to them. Truth to them. You see, he's tickled. Because the truth of the matter is, we're living in a time where people are no longer... They're no longer...
Susie got me. She heard me talking about her.
And then Sylvia Brown. She's dead. She hears you. No.
You choking me up. Let me drink some
The truth
water.
of the matter is, these are real stories. And these are real things. And people are beginning to lose out on themselves, on who they really are, because they're chasing after things and allowing other people to speak into their life concerning them, and it has nothing to do with who they really are. And situations such as rape and molestation traumatizes people to a point where now they don't even know who they are, and they're spending so much time all of their life fighting just to get understanding. What I need from you is understand. That was an R&B moment, but they're fighting all their lives.
Not when you're talking about Jesus.
Trying to get understanding not only of who they are, but who God is. And because they have no sense of understanding, they begin to chase everything else for answers. And as we can see, psychics have been misleading people for so long. And people are trying to figure out after they go to the psychic why they got hell breaking out in their house and nothing's working out for them. Or if whatever they told you go and do, but you have to do something to get what they told you. So for instance, you're a musician trying to go big time, and you go to a second, she tell you, oh, you're going to get a contract, she doesn't tell you that contract comes with a deal behind the contract. And that deal is you may have to, we grown, this is for grown people, this is a grown person's channel. You may got to get on your knees and do some strange things for some little bit of change.
Hey.
This goes back to my video on Instagram. Every action, every thought with an emotion becomes an action that has a consequence. And because I feel a certain way, my action is to run to a psychic or to run to an outside source because I was hurt by something and not realizing that my action comes with a consequence. And there are so many hurt people running out through here hurting other people. When does the hurt stop? Everybody gets on TV and talk about, oh, hashtag the world. We want the world to be a better place. But how is the world a better place when we're all hurting each other, trampling over one another just to get to a place that honestly does not exist?
True, searching for peace and there is none. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And instead of you using wisdom to counsel and to put people in the right places where they belong, you just put everything under a hush and don't tell nobody and pay it off and keep it secretly so nobody will be able to say nothing. So it's a war on religion.
War on the truth.
You just can't. You don't know where to turn these days.
People turn into the bottle, turn into drugs, turn into being in relationships in hopeless places. We found love in a hopeless place. They're turning into, because people try to find every way to find or to bandage the hurt, to bandage the pain, because it's too much to deal with the truth. Because when I wanted to deal with the truth, this person hurt me. So no longer can I deal with the truth because I feel like the next time I go to deal with it, not only do I have to deal with what I wanted to deal with, I have to deal with the truth of you hurting me. And we don't realize it's hurt upon hurt upon hurt upon hurt because I'm not able to deal with the truth that I wanted to initially deal with. And because I can't deal with what happened to me concerning the fact that I came to you for help, now that I'm not able to deal with it, I'm putting more pain upon myself. And the more that I hold on to this, is the more that this becomes so much more physical to me.
But the thing that really gets me is this. They hurt you because you were vulnerable and you looked to them for help and for guidance. But then while you're going through your situation, they forgot about what they did. They thought they got their life together. They thought things had changed. Everything happened new to them. And they look at you as if, well, you just need to get over it. How do you, just because you done tasted the rainbow and you change, doesn't give you a right to tell me that I just need to get over it? How fair is that? Because you evolved and you think
But
you done got a
evolved
new
into
slate.
what?
So everything you've done is invisible. It don't matter no more.
So now you're involved into a hidden monster.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of wolves in sheep clothing.
Yeah. Yeah. You do. And how do you cipher, or let's use some church jargon or terminology, how do you discern who's who and who's what? You know what you need? You need the Holy Ghost. I think you need the Holy Ghost. Because the Holy Ghost told us about Jesse Smollett. Hashtag get the Holy Ghost.
On that one. Hashtag Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
Hashtag fire.
Fire, 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 fire. We live in a real traumatizing
But true.
time.
It's
Many
true.
people are walking around here hurt. And many people are walking around here just like they live under a rock. They live under debris. And we take advantage of people and take advantage of people and we take advantage of people. And even the time that we're in, and I'm not saying nothing, blaming anything on the president because this world was already a messed up place before he took office. So it don't even matter. It has nothing to do with him. It doesn't even start, nor does it ever end with him.
That's
Because
right.
it didn't start with him, and trust and believe it won't end with him. He has nothing to do with it. He cannot make this world a better place. For instance, we watched Jussie Smollett in his situation, which would have caused a race war in America between blacks and whites, or a political war between Democrats and Republicans, all because of 2 words:
And what's those 2 words?
nigger, and this is a MAGA country.
That's 3.
MAGA country. Okay? But the truth of the matter behind all of this, we have to be able, it starts with us, internally. When it says you treat your brother how you want to be treated, that is so true. We tend to forget that we do people wrong and expect them to do us right.
True.
But do you ever think about what you've done to a person?
Oh no, because they numb.
So we have to stop playing the Me Too victim and begin to turn and look at myself.
Ooh, so wait a minute. So you telling me that when Me Too came, it was for an important purpose, but the wrong people took the Me Too and trying to run with the Me Too?
I ain't trying to say nothing, I said it.
So there's a con in everything.
A con, a Brian Con, a con artist, a con, and everything. This is why you gotta stop trying to check everybody else's motives and begin to check your own. Check your own motive before you try to check somebody else's. Check yourself at the door before you try to check somebody else's. Check your coat and coat check. Stop trying to check somebody else's into coat check. Worry about yourself.
Pull the beam out of your eye before you notice somebody else's beam in theirs.
Because the moment you see yourself is the moment you can see the world in a different place. When you start to love is when the world can be a better place. Because love overshadows dark or evil. Light has more power than darkness. We say that so much. But how many people are truly living in light? Yeah. And I mean the authentic love of oneself and the authentic love of God. How many people are really doing that? Just to say, God, I give you thanks on an award show don't mean you're serving the true and living God. What God are you truly serving? Because if you got to make back deals in the back room, that ain't the God you serve, because you compromise all of what is known to be right for what is wrong.
That is true.
So when the priest is compromising the truth to molest and sleep with little boys, you can't say that you're serving the true and living God, because that is against all of what is right.
Well, let's question some of the stuff that they sing about in Latin and really see what words they're really saying. Because I don't believe everybody can translate Latin. So I guess in every industry, there's a backdoor meeting.
A deal got to be made somewhere so you can get where you want to be.
But, baby, what you don't get is this. Once you make the deal with the piper is not coming when you are at the height of your career to collect your soul. The piper is coming when you think you can retire and think it's sweet. Now you can leave a legacy. Now you good to go. No, baby. That's when the reaper is coming for your soul.
Baby.
So you have to be careful. So if you want to walk in light and be a light, we're not saying that you forget what happened to you. You acknowledge what happened to you.
Because that is the first step to deliverance, is to make acknowledge, meaning that you're making peace with your problem.
Then once you acknowledge it, then you can accept it and be able to have dialogue about it. Because all you're doing is lying to yourself.
When you can dialogue is when you have overcome the situation.
And baby, things will be better.
Not only for you, but for the world.
So, James Squad, we wanted to tell you that there is a war of religion. It doesn't matter if it's Catholicism. It doesn't matter if it's charismatic. It doesn't matter if it's Jehovah's Witness, Islamic, or
Christianity.
Baby, it's a war. So you have to make sure you have a connection with the Almighty.
Because it's not about your mama. It's not about what your daddy did. It's not about what your sister, your brother, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles. It's not about what they did. Because at the end of the day, you have to worry about oneself. Because peace lives within. And if you can't find peace within, you will never find peace around you.
Fact.
So stop blaming everybody for the fact that you don't have peace.
So understand, there's three sides to every story. Yours,
Mine,
and the truth. And once you accept the truth, then you can be better. But until then, you're living in a bubble and you're running in circles. So, hashtag Jam Squad, we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think. Is there war on religion? Tell us what you think. Is this exposing of church so that there would be no more church? Or is this just a distraction?
Or is it exposure to clean up what was intended for the institution to really be? A place where people can truly take the world, the weight of the world, off their shoulders and leave it at the altar.
Or is it the time when those that truly believe have to run and hide and only come out when the time is right?
That's good. That's good. That's preach.
Or they have to have their services in caves because now religion
good.
is about to be
China.
broken.
Hashtag China. Come on now. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go tonight, I want to go ahead and give a shout out. And they're not endorsing this, but this is some really good tea. It's called Twinnings.
Shout out to Water.
Twinnings of London Herbal Tea. It's peppermint and it's really, really, really good. This is my second time drinking it. I tried it for the first time yesterday. I'm drinking it again tonight. It's really good. It's not overbearing. The peppermint taste doesn't have this overbearing taste. It's not too pepperminty to where it's like, this is too. So if you ever get a chance, shout out to Twinnings of London Herbal Tea. If you ever get a chance, pick it up. You can get it from like your grocery store, Whole Foods sell it. Probably like your neighborhood market might have it, but it's really good. You can order it offline. You can also go to online grocery stores. So remember, it's Twinnings of London Herbal Tea.
Chiba, that was a long commercial.
Wasn't a commercial, it's a shout out. It's a shout out. So we want to say this to y'all. Y'all be blessed. And remember, there is a war on religion. It's a war on religion. And it ain't going to get no better until we decide that we want to change it.
To be
Continue.
continued.
I need every voice in this room to raise this up. We are one. Come on, let's make this prophetic declaration over the body of Christ. Come on, declare it now.